Sometimes when we think of, we watch a lot of movies, play video games. What more do you have in mind? Well, physical media, right? Yeah. So where we came from, we movies and video games are created through physical copies. But even when released, they had to put it somewhere so many of us people around the world can see what see in our screens on our home and everything. So yeah, as much I want to say, I prefer more of physical media than digital. Well, not gonna lie, and digital's cool. I mean, yeah, you can even store it from your account, but sometimes you get the sense of fear that it will somehow, when your account gets deleted, and you had to pay all over again with your digital copies on your account, which that tend to happen time and time. And not gonna lie, physical media has some flaws too, like DVDs. You get scratched, or VHS tapes get corrupted or get mangled. And that, yeah, it does tend to kind of suck. Even my younger self will have to question that as well. No, I'm not ashamed. Well, I am ashamed of that time, but I'm saying the reason physical media is more a good way to preserve all what other media we preserve, because we don't want to get lost forever. Well, no, that sounds like a bit of a stretch, but honestly, if we go digital, and what will happen if all those digital stuff will get lost forever? Then that would definitely suck, and it will be complete waste. And yeah, so I prefer getting physical copies, like and recently last year I get these, you know, GameCube games. Like I like these type of racing games. Yeah, so like this one, Monster Inc. Yeah, which it is part of our history. And also, don't forget VHS tapes. Yeah, recently I started collecting VHS tapes, and also I have other VHS tapes. If you're like a Thomas and Friends lover like me, when I was a little kid. So yeah, I still have it to this day, and I'm starting collecting older movies that are VHS released. But it comes to a point that nowadays, when streaming service take over, like we all thought it will be pioneering, like preserve all everything, which that's the idea of it. But I sometimes I don't get streaming service. Like sometimes even, especially Netflix, when it comes to media, they somehow like they tend to stick there in the service, but then get removed all that, which I honestly think is pretty dumb in comparison. But what would happen if well, nowadays we're still getting DVD releases and everything, except PHS tape is non-existent anymore. But something like a couple days ago, a sudden news that will make us think, "Oh dear, it's around the corner, isn't it?" Like when physical media is started to fade away, and that is of course Disney. Well, they only stop releasing DVDs on one part of the country. It's Australia. Yeah, Disney decided to stop releasing physical DVD in Australia, which which is a good thing where I live, where in the U.S. But what is not so good is like why you want to stop releasing DVDs like that's to that one country, and not just any country. I think they were planning to do it in every part of the country, especially I might be wrong, but in the next month or two, it will be they will start releasing DVDs, and that will make a lot of companies to follow this same trend. Every company, such as uh, you know Warner Brothers, Universal, everything, yeah, they will soon follow that trend, which that is a bad news. Like we need physical media because it's part to preserve our type time and memories and all that stuff. Even though there's some bad movies here and there, I mean, yeah, that could be that. I mean, you can say the same thing. They don't deserve to be preserved, but there's like others that enjoyed it, like were questionable, you know. But yeah, but that's besides the point. Like, but we can't just stop making physical media instead of go full digital because, in my humble opinion, which I'm pretty sure everyone will agree that digital media it's cool, but sometimes there will be consequence. Like as I said this earlier, if you buy digital with your any accounts such as YouTube accounts or Google whatever or Apple accounts, what would happen? There's a point in time when something bad is gonna happen, like they will lose everything and never to be preserved ever again. Which because in digital world it has like a flaw to it where whatever you made online and somehow you got lost wherever it's like you just it's like you make a huge project on your computer and something like a program just happening to be corrupted and you lost everything in the process. Yeah, that's the case that would happen, even though it's not really realistic, but it is still tend to happen. And and really and really but in physical media you just keep it and let other let in the future that we still have our the piece of history right here. And pretty much I'm just saying physical media is better than digital, and also it's best for preserve. And yeah, and basically all the other stuff. What I but if companies try to do this trend of stop releasing physical media, then it kind of sucks for all of us that we had to endure all this, and I really hope it will never happen. And yeah, and especially put it will it will put a pressure on people, especially when it comes to digital. Well, once again, if you buy on your account with your account, and what will happen if you lost your account? Then you had to buy it all over again, and and which is an unfortunate case scenario here. And honestly, I do hope physical media still gets made. And even though, yeah, streaming is the main way to watch our favorite TV shows, favorite animes, favorite cartoons, and everything. But that, and yeah, I'm not against digital, but sometimes it's important to we want to something to preserve. And especially with video games, like big video game companies tend to fuck that up too, and especially with Nintendo's part, like they literally have issues with us preserving games for some reason. Like I don't really get it. Instead, they want us to pay their stupid, overpriced online service to play older titles like the NES, SNES, GBA, and like we had to pay like $50, but plus $80 for the family membership, which honestly that's kind of bullshit. Like there's no way in hell we pay that amount of money. It's ridiculous. But yeah, but the future is looking pretty dim, and honestly, um, if this worth salvage, then I just hope physical media doesn't die. To be honest, because it would be really suck in the future. We only still we stick with digital, and it will like make never ending pain for us to endure it. And honestly, I hope for the best. But yeah, and right now it's starting, and I hope it won't spread. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sub, like, a comment. As always, I will see you next time in my next vids. Peace out.